Welcome to Talk to TaylorMade podcast. Today we have October's Vintage, Andre with the October's Vintage clothing line. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. I appreciate you bringing me on your platform to come here and share my story. So thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. So I'm going to ask you some questions, and I just want you to be, honest about everything.
Sure.
Okay.
So
we're going to just jump right into it.
Right into it.
I'm so excited to have you on my podcast.
Hey, I'm glad to be here.
Yes, you're popping right now.
Yeah,
You're popping,
a little bit.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you are. You just all of a sudden like boom, like it just happened, and I'm very happy for you, and you're doing it. Like so just tell me about how you came about your name.
Well, the name October's Vintage came from my son's birthday is October 2nd. And when I first started out, doing like the Kanye West type of clothing, like the vintage clothing. So that's when we decided to make the name October's Vintage, and it just clicked. It worked. It's not really a lot associated with the month, but it definitely just has a ring to it, and it worked.
It's different. Like I always wanted to ask you, like, how did you come up with October? What was October significance to you?
Just my son's birthday, the 2nd October, and that's what made the connection, and that's what jump started.
Yeah. So when did you start? Like when did you start your I know before you started doing the mask. I knew you had jackets and hats.
Yeah.
So how did that work out? Like how did you start that? Like what made you start that? And out of everything else, the t-shirts and stuff, you started with jackets.
Yeah. I used to always want to do like denim. That was my thing. Like I always wanted to like cut and distress denim. So that's why I was like, when I finally get a platform, I'm gonna start jean jackets. I had an idea on how I wanted them to look, and I just went out to hit the ground running. I started the t-shirts things, and then once I was like, I want to do a jean jacket. I just did it. That's like kind of the way I just come up with stuff. I just say I want to do it, and I just try to do it.
Yeah, and I also noticed that you started off with roses.
Yeah.
What is that significant to you? Like, what is the rose thing? Because I think that's really beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, the rose. That was my grandmother's favorite flower.
Okay.
So that's why it meant a lot to me. Even before I started the clothing line, I had roses tattooed on me, and because I knew that's what she liked. And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna stick with that. Then I used the emojis on the iPhone, so it all just worked out. It definitely clicked. So I said, I'm gonna go with the roses, and we're gonna stamp that.
That was cool. Nice. I really like that. So, and lately, I've noticed that you had a breakthrough moment. What was that breakthrough moment for you? Like, when was the breakthrough moment, and what made the breakthrough moment?
The breakthrough was definitely probably about maybe 2 or 3 months ago when the COVID started. My brother, he sent me a text and said, hey, I want you to make a face mask for the mayor.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna make a face mask for the mayor. Cool. I'm thinking, all right, maybe he'll wear it. Maybe he'll just throw it on the desk, like, what it is. But when I made it, I brought it to him at City Hall, and he said, within 5 minutes, he said, Andre, I want you to make something for like the mayors around the city, like, around like the surrounding mayors in New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, all right, cool. So I initially went there with one, and I left with an order for 20. And then when I came back with the other 20, he put in another order for the 20, and then he asked for the the governor to wear. So that kind of like pushed things in the right direction. And then the help of like Peterson Breaking News, they helped me out a lot too.
Oh, okay.
And things just went crazy.
Okay. Because I was wondering, like, did you how did the political thing, like going to the mayor, like how did that come about? Like how did you reach out to them? And now when I see all the other mayors around and schools and things like that, how is that coming? Like how did that happen? Like you said, it just happened through that one transition.
Yeah, honestly, like God set the play. Like that's what happened.
Exactly. That's what that was.
Yeah, my brother was in a position to help me out, and then the one connection led to I make hundreds of different face masks I'm making. I'm getting like I'm waking up texts from different mayors from places I've never even been. So it definitely made the connection and made things pretty crazy.
Yes. So are you actually doing your own, like, making of the masks? Like, do you have the machine, or do you send them out and have them made?
No, I manufacture everything.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
that's what I really wanted to ask you.
Yeah. No, everything that's produced, I manufacture. Even with the hats, like the hat you got, I hand distress all the hats.
You did those yourself?
Yeah, everything is hand done.
People send out, like, I'm not gonna lie, I send out and have this made. Like, I didn't practice myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, I send out and have it made. So you actually do everything yourself.
Oh yeah.
So you made all them masks for all them different people. Like I think you did like 50 for over here and over here. You gave out. Yeah. So you made those at home by yourself.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. It's probably almost. I want to say it's over maybe 1,200 masks already done. Wow. But it's all by hand. Yeah, I literally almost fall asleep at the desk most nights. So yeah, I'm up all night doing it, but I do it all by hand. Yeah.
Wow, that's a beautiful thing. You're blessed.
Yeah,
you're tremendously blessed. Like when they say, when you don't stop and you don't give up, and consistency, it can happen. Absolutely. And you're living proof that it definitely can happen.
Absolutely.
So I've been enjoying, just been watching you, and I know a lot of people are watching you. So being that a lot of people are watching you, like, what do you tell to other people that's trying to do clothing lines? Like, what would you tell them to do? Like, how to just keep going or whatever to get their clothing line off the ground? Like, what advice do you have for them?
The advice I want to tell people is to stay consistent. I feel like if you're going to jump into it, like, put your all into it as soon as you get into it. But also just learn different ways to revamp yourself, reinvent yourself, learn different. You don't have to do the same thing that everybody else is doing. You can do something totally different and still be just as successful. So I would tell people to definitely stay consistent. Like, if you're going to get into it, put your all into it for sure, because it'll definitely pay off. Right. And find something that you have, the niche that's for you. Absolutely. Like, that's don't be my advice. It's just don't do something because you see somebody else doing it. Yeah. Like, it ain't for everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, and anybody can print a t-shirt, but it takes a designer to be a designer. Like, absolutely. You gotta, it's a lot of t-shirt printers, but everybody's not designers. I have noticed that, you know what I'm saying? So, so I did already. I was wanting to ask you about the political. So, lastly, I want to ask you, what's next for you? Oh, what's next? Like, what do you have planned, like, going forward? Like, what you have in, if you don't mind giving your, like, I know people like to give that. No. I love to share that. I love to share the, the what's next. I think what's next is I want to definitely inspire the next entrepreneur. And also the kids coming up too. I got my start in the 7th grade with the Minding Our Business program, Mr. Kevin Wortham. What is it? Minding Our Business program. Okay. It's an entrepreneurship program, and they take you to, they teach you all these entrepreneurial skills, take you to New York, help you learn how the wholesale district works, how profit margin works. So I want to definitely invest my time into that company, and just making sure that the city is getting its just due. We got a lot of talented people here, so I want to make sure we shed light on that, bring that to the city. Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. I really agree with that too. It's a lot of talent in Trenton. Like, there's a lot of people doing things, all kind of things, not just printing t-shirts. All kind of businesses is opening up. People are just blossoming. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything is coming out right now. Like, people are just opening a business, which I think is a great idea. Like, it's really great. Absolutely. So what I wanted to ask you is, how important is it to you to invest in yourself? To other people, like, what would you tell people how important it is to invest in yourself? Like, what do you see? Is that a bad thing or no? Investing in your, money you're losing, or how do you think that's working out? I think you gotta invest in yourself, because if you don't know how it feels to lose everything. If somebody gives me $1,000 and I lose it, it's not gonna hit me as hard because I'm losing their money. But if I'm losing my own money that I'm working for, I'm gonna put my 1,000% into it. Like I said, I'm in the studio at the desk till 4 in the morning, because that's my own money that I'm dealing with. If it was somebody else's money, I might not have the same drive. I might put 20 minutes in on a day. You know what I mean? And be easily distracted too. So you gotta invest in yourself. You gotta watch the company you keep, watch the energy around you. And that's all to do with investing in yourself. Making them sacrifices to transition to, a business person or whoever, whatever you're trying to be. Okay. Well, that's all I have for you today as far as that. Do you have any words of encouragement or anything else you want to say to the crowd, to your followers, to your supporters? Anything you want to, add? Yeah, I want to tell people to be inspired. Don't give up. The highs and the lows are going to come, because it's been times where I've been at my lowest, and it's been times, I've been at my highest. So, you got to learn to be consistent. But I definitely just want to inspire the next entrepreneur. Like, anybody looking to start something, if I could give you any advice, I'm definitely here to do it. I'm here to give you the game. Some people try to say the game, but I'm here to give it to you. That's 100. As it was given to me. So that's 100. Absolutely. And I do have one last question for you. Uh-oh.
who am I? And what is TaylorMade to you? What it means to you? Who is,
Yo,
like,
so look, I did my research. I know that TaylorMade means, you know, being yourself, being authentic. You know what I mean? I ain't come empty-handed. I already knew. TaylorMade is amazing. She definitely supports, you know, me, and as I support her as well. I made you a face mask too.
Yes, you did.
So
yes.
TaylorMade to me is, you know what I mean, all that plus more.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like it's amazing. So.
And yes, and I thank you for making my TaylorMade mask with my new logo, which will be all over my new clothing line that's coming up. This right here, this right here is my new logo. And he knew it before it already was in the plan, but he knew it already.
That's
this is what I was going to be coming out with. Yeah. So he made me a mask without even telling him to. So I really thank you for my mask.
Thank you for having me. Absolutely.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
That's no problem. It's no problem. But yeah, people be inspired. And you know, let's take the city to the next step. You know, it's a lot on the line right now, and I feel like we should definitely take advantage of it.
Yeah, exactly.
So I just want to know who were some of your influences when it came to fashion, and how young were you when you got started?
A lot of my influences came from like, even it's funny now, but like FUBU was a big influence on me. You know, like,
oh really?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. From like the Shark Tank, like I used to watch that all the time, and you know, I liked how they took their business from, you know, America, and then they put it over to China. Like they made a big you know, a big deal out of it. So
for you, by you, right?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, it's black owned too, so you know, I definitely was super influenced by that. But I like Virgil. I like the Off-White. You know what I mean? I like Gucci. I like all that. I like Dapper Dan. Like, you know what I mean? I hope to be the city's Dapper Dan eventually. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely. I like all those guys for sure.
Did you have anything other than this clothing line? Like, did you have any other things that you were working on?
Like as of now or before?
Or just previously, have you been involved in any other things?
Oh yeah.
That to do with fashion or outside of fashion?
Absolutely. You know, the transition for me, I used to throw parties in the city, and that was a big thing for me. I used to throw.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I used to throw firehouse parties and stuff. So we used to book the venue, and you know, I would host it, and we get security and things like that, and that's how I transitioned, I think, my platform into fashion. And it worked.
Okay.
You know, it worked. It definitely, I knew a lot of people. I made a lot of great friends. And I was able to transition that to make something a little bit more of it.
Okay. I also wanted to know for just like for the people listening, what would you, like if there was someone else that you could encourage or motivate to start their own business, what would you think would be like a startup fee, you know, so that people can realize that maybe they can do this. They don't have to have a whole lot of money. You know what I mean?
Great question.
That's super good.
Like, can you take $1,000 and start your own business, and you understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I think
like, what'd you start with?
With me, how much did I probably started, honestly, my business started with less than $1,000. I probably started my business with less than $100. What I was doing was I was going to the Goodwill, and I was buying shirts for $3 and $4, and I was like cutting them up and I'll bleach them, and I'll sell them for $30 a piece.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like my business started with probably less than $100.
Nice.
You know, but it was more so the priceless mentality, I think, that I knew I could do something, and you know, that as long as I put my all into it, the money didn't matter. Like, it was going to come eventually.
Right,
you know,
right.
It was definitely going to come.
And what was your motivation? What keeps you motivated? Because it's pretty hard. I've tried to do a couple things, and it's mentally you have to be to a certain place. But what keeps you motivated, and what can you offer to people who are interested in starting their own businesses but cannot actually get out there and do it?
Sure. Sorry. A couple years ago, I took a public speaking class, and that helped me get out my shell. Because I was definitely like an introvert. I was kind of.
I could tell.
Yeah. I'm very awkward.
No. I can tell that you're very good speaking.
Yeah. Now
you
I'm
look
definitely
like an introvert.
Yeah. Well,
you're
now,
an introvert.
I was. I was terrible. Now I'm really good with it. At least a little bit. But you know, definitely you gotta get out that shell. You gotta put your all into it. You gotta just go all in. You know what I mean? That's the best advice I can give somebody. Just put yourself out there. You know, people, it's gonna catch. If not, you know, I understand things like if you listen to a radio station and you hear the same song 6 times, eventually you're gonna like that song. It's gonna grow, and you're gonna say, I keep hearing the same song. It's stuck in my head. It might not be your favorite song, but it's stuck in your head. And that's how I try to be. I try to stay current. I stay in the people's eye, and I think that definitely helps. You know.
Yeah.
So I have another question.
Sure.
So, like, what are the steps that you take? Like, as far as, you know, I know you can have your own business pretty easy, right? Like, you can have a product, and then can you just go get a tax ID number and
Sure.
just do your own thing? So, for somebody who has nothing to start with, what are the steps?
Okay. So you have to first become a a registered business owner.
How do you do that?
It's all done online.
Okay.
You can do it. There is a window that is open until, so I think it's maybe 7 p.m. But you go online, you register your business. They give you the tax number, the tax ID. And that's when you want to become a registered, business owner. When I first started out, I wasn't a registered business owner because I was just trying to see what would work for me.
Right.
And then the Minding Our Business program that I was talking about, they actually purchased my LLC for me. So they registered my business. They handled all my taxes for the first 3 years and everything. So they took care of everything for me.
So once you basically get your tax ID, you're just legit. So you can really just start your own business with nothing. You can just say, oh, hey, I do A, B, C, and D, and just get some cars and get a tax ID number.
Absolutely.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you have a talent or something that you want to do, you get your tax ID number, and then you can just go.
And just go for it. Yeah, you want to be a limited liabilities claim, just in case somebody tries to sue you. Yeah, exactly. They try to sue you, they can go for the business directly. But you definitely want to make sure you're registered and you cross all your T's and dot all your I's. But I say just jump out. I say start it, register it once you start to see some income. But just put the idea out there and do it.
Question. I want you to give everybody your handle.
Oh, my handles. All right. So follow me on Instagram at October's Vintage or my personal page at justandre__. My Facebook is Andre McNair. And we also have a like page, which is October's Vintage. That I work through as well too. So I'm more active on the October's Vintage Facebook page because that comes directly to me. The Instagram, sometimes I gotta like cycle through it to find everything, but the Facebook page is the best way to reach me for sure.
Okay, everybody, you got that? October's Vintage. Thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate you for coming on my show, and I enjoyed talking to you.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Very informative. I hope someone out there got something from this.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully we sparked the next entrepreneurs.
Right.